Hey everybody, welcome to Push X to Talk, our weekly, monthly, yearly reactionary, we haven't figured that out yet, podcast about all things video games. Today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct that happened on the 13th, earlier last week, I suppose. It's the end of the week now. It's Friday, or it's Sunday, so that was what, Thursday?
Thursday.
That was Thursday.
Thursday
Or,
at 5.
No, that was on Friday, because Thursday was my birthday, and that was the 12th. I should know that. I'm an idiot. Anyways, where they announced a whole lot of stuff that everyone has been waiting for.
More than a lot usual.
Yeah, it's kind of about time because what was it been like? I guess the last one was before Iwata died, which was before E3.
Yeah, well before E3,
So,
from what I can think of.
That's
like
that
the
was
last
in June.
last big dump of Nintendo information was probably like E3 itself. So everybody was waiting for something. There's like little things here and there and stuff coming up mostly or like little videos for stuff like Yoshi Woolly World and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but nothing extravagant. This was pretty much a big dump.
And it had to be because everyone's like, oh, the NX or the Wii U, is Zelda going to be on NX? Is it going to be on the Wii U? I haven't heard anything about Zelda, and we started off with Twilight Princess HD, which was not a surprise. But at the same time, it was cool. It was cool to see. It was kind of just, if there was nothing, if there was no Twilight Princess.
Because next year is the 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So we need something, they need something there, and the big, the big Zelda is whatever Zelda Wii U is, and they need something to kind of port it over and just make everybody excited. They usually like putting one remake and then one regular game together. There's maybe a few times you do get two remakes in 1 year, like I think with Wind Waker and what was it? There was another one that year.
Was Ocarina that year?
No. It was, I forget. There was something like that. And then this year we had Triforce Heroes and then Majora's Mask. Next year will be Twilight Princess and Wii U.
And Hyrule Warriors Heroes for 3DS.
Hyrule Warriors Heroes. I haven't really focused on the Hyrule Warriors there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and we'll definitely get to that because that was also mentioned.
Yeah.
But like Zelda Twilight Princess, that's pretty good. Like
it's one of my favorites. It's really good.
If you think about it, if you browse forums, everyone's where's the up-res graphics or this, but really, the graphic comparison is there. You can see where they put the work.
It looks nicer. It's not as extravagant as say a Wind Waker, because Wind Waker is going from. This is also going from GameCube as well, but realistic graphics don't age well.
No, yeah,
they never age well, and they never transfer over well. Like try looking back at like a Call of Duty from like 5 years ago, and you'll be like, this looks ugly compared to what now.
You could even argue that the original Wind Waker still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Even now to this day.
But yeah, that's with the cartoon graphics and stuff like that, and it has ageless graphics that kind of can stand the test of time.
They did say that there was more to announce of changes, but they already announced an amiibo, so amiibo support. Wolf Link,
and also the amiibo support with all the other Zelda characters.
And apparently, Wolf Link's going to work for Zelda Wii U as well. They haven't announced obviously in what way.
Which has now officially made me want to get it.
Yeah, makes me wonder if is Zelda Wii U going to have any connection to Twilight Princess thematically, story-wise?
That might be interesting too.
I mean, I hope not, because I kind of like it when it does its own thing, and the sequels are good. Majora's Mask was awesome.
It could have some bleed into it with like little hints here and there, or they could throw something like what they did with Link Between Worlds, which had some hints at Majora's Mask and stuff like that. So it could just be something really subtle that the Zelda fan will find, but like for the casual person that's coming to Zelda Wii U that hasn't say played Twilight Princess or hasn't tried and dived into other ones, then they might not see it. But this also gives a chance for a lot of people that haven't played Twilight Princess, even though it is still readily available.
And it's like on two different consoles, technically, and the Wii U is the highest selling console, or sorry, the Wii rather
was the highest selling console.
And Zelda was like one of the first. I think that was in the first 3 months.
It was launch game.
Yeah, there you go.
It was launch game.
And I'm like, besides Wii Sports, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone eventually bought Zelda. Twilight Princess.
And this will probably be the definitive version too. So I'm wondering if we're gonna actually get the Wii controls and both the GameCube controls on it, because that would be pretty cool.
It would, but that would mean they would have to have everything mirrored again. Would they do that?
That's true. You're right. That's true.
But I mean, but
it could be something they could easily just do, like at the start screen, what you want to use.
Sure.
Like, just to have it there, just to be like, this is the complete experience. I don't know. I have fond memories for swinging the sword for the first time. Not a lot of people might have that.
Yep.
But that was the one that sold me on the Wii.
Oh yeah, at the time it was cool, but you play it now, especially after Skyward Sword, it's just like waggly in your hand. You can literally play Skyward Sword. You have to pay attention all the time.
Skyward Sword's amazing.
Whereas Twilight Princess, like I got to the point, I remember I was just kind of like on my couch, like half dead, and just swinging my arm. And
but still, Twilight Princess has set some of the most epic moments in that.
Yeah, the dungeons were great.
The story was phenomenal.
I thought I really liked Wind Waker Ganondorf, but I think Twilight Princess's version of Ganondorf, even though technically it's the same one in theory.
But it's a great, that final boss battle is just amazing.
Yeah, and they went all out.
And if anybody really has not played Twilight Princess, I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
So good, and the remake will be just as well.
It was interesting, and as we were done with Twilight Princess, they transitioned to 5 seconds?
No, they mostly did stuff about going through everything that's coming out this year.
Well, sure, but what I mean next is Zelda Wii U. They showed 5 seconds.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's right. Which still looks amazing, and I want to see more of it, but I highly doubt we won't see it. We will see anything before the end of the year on that. Sadly, we could.
Well, I'm reading, and this is not confirmed on my end in any sort of way. So I'm about to find out, because I don't remember hearing this in the direct at all. But maybe they have Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks on the 3DS on eShop. Is that a thing? I don't remember hearing about that.
It was revealed.
But
if you purchase both games 19th by November 19th, maybe that could also be Japan or something like that, because a lot of them have it together.
Well, I mean, they also had a Japanese direct, and that's maybe that's what I'm reading here is mentioning.
Oh yeah, just wait. It says Shibata.
So there you go. That makes
a different person. So
well, let's hope that gets over to
maybe we'll get that here. But yeah, there's more Zelda stuff coming before the end of the year. If you have Triforce Heroes, you got the free DLC, which gives you more costumes, which is the thing that has me addicted to the damn game. And more a special dungeon with more trials to face through.
Sure. Yeah, I still have I mean, I played it, I guess, when you
we played it. So I can't. The only thing bummer about that is you have to get 3 people all the time, and that's a little hard.
Yeah, I was so down to try the demo, but it required 3 people. Yeah, and it would only work for local play. It wouldn't allow online, which is odd because why would you have
online on the game? In the game, it's online, and online works pretty fine. But yeah, more stuff for that's pretty good. More stuff for Splatoon coming down the line too. So if you have that I've been addicted to Splatoon for a while now, and it's loads of fun, and I can't wait for more stuff on that end. The portal for Mario Maker is just a little. I think that would probably be better suited to put in the game, or even if they made an app for that, and also the Splatoon stuff they talked on the web, because that's cool. But I don't have a phone that connects to the web. Personally.
It makes you wonder what because they're doing their mobile strength. Yeah. Obviously, they said they weren't going to talk about their mobile or the NX at this direct, but that's a mobile feature. And is that going to be something they're going to go forward with other game? But is Zelda Wii U going to have a mobile app that you're going to be able to use somehow?
Or even just a main Nintendo app that that functions with every single thing, kind of like what Sony has with the PlayStation app and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's pretty the basis that they need to go off with their mobile stuff, is just look at a lot of the free to play stuff that they showed off today or at the direct here, and look at that and start putting that over on mobile, because those things are probably, as much as I can't wait to play Pokemon Picross and stuff like that, even free. I would pay money for that too if it was just $5. And but putting those over on 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 the mobile, I think will be much better and much more successful.
I think there's a big chance of that. Like they put plenty of Pokemon, or a couple.
They
Pokemon
put Pokemon Shuffle on there.
Yeah,
which is, I don't like Shuffle, and I think it's a little, but it works perfectly on the mobile, and it feels like one of those games that would work perfectly on the mobile.
And the future of whatever Pokemon Go ends up being, is that going to interact with the new Pokemon game that eventually will be announced one day? Who knows?
Who knows? I'm fine with taking a little time off from Pokemon just because there's so many in the last few years.
You might not be able to because CoroCoro next month, famous Japanese magazine, is going to have exclusive Pokemon news. Who knows what it is? Could be Pokemon Go related. Could be Red, Blue, and Yellow related because they did announce Red, Blue, and Yellow.
That's pretty cool.
With online functions to trade Pokemon.
It's online function, or is it just
totally
local?
Online. Okay. They're emulating the link cable through an online feature, so you can. So that's cool. That's really cool.
Like I don't want to get all of them again. I'll probably just get Yellow because that's the one that they never remade again.
Yeah.
But it does, like, that stuff's pretty cool, and it really opens the door for maybe they'll actually take more time with a lot of these like virtual console ports to actually keep the multiplayer and restore that, because that's been a big bummer of a lot of people. It's like, I remember playing multiplayer with my friends through link cable. Can I do this again? And it eliminates a portion of the game that you can't get anymore. So maybe this is the first step in that. Possibly, knowing Nintendo, they're not going to retroactively do that with a lot of their virtual console games.
Well, we ran into when we were playing Triforce Heroes, and I was like, hey, I have 4 swords on my 3DS.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend doesn't because she didn't download it. But you couldn't do the download and playthrough, even though in the original 4 swords for Game Boy Advance, you could do that if someone didn't have a copy of the game.
Yeah, you can link cable.
But hopefully that's a thing forward.
It's a weird thing that Nintendo has to get over usually, but that's how they are. Can't defend everything. But yeah, like, I'm happy that we got what do you call it? That we got the Pokemon here, and we got it gives us a little bit of something to satiate ourselves for a little while. There is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or Super Mystery Dungeon, but personally, there's not many Pokemon spin-offs that are actually that good.
Yeah.
Pokken looks good though. Especially what they showed with this direct as well.
Yeah, Pokken, I'm sold. I was sold when there was rumors of it, and there was 2 screenshots, and it was shown behind closed doors.
Yeah, they confirmed the Shadow Mewtwo stuff here, which is fine, and I'm happy that you get a special amiibo card, which it probably isn't that rare, and hopefully people just don't extrapolate that with the whole amiibo thing being like, I have to get this kind of thing. I'm hoping people buy it for the sake of buying the game, not buying the amiibo.
Yeah.
And it does eliminate some of the getting the character and unlocking it in a true fighting game fashion, which is a little weird. But it looks like a cool card. Shadow Mewtwo looks pretty awesome. The Lucario they showed, which looks like a different version of Mega Lucario from what I saw, looks pretty cool. I want to hear more about that. We don't have a definitive date other than spring, but I'm fine with it dropping at any time in that route, because we got a lot of stuff anyway coming in the next little months. Nintendo pretty much gave us their entire lineup for the next until next spring, pretty much.
The biggest thing I'm worried about is that this was so overhyped. Let's be real. There's all the Wii U's finally going to be shown. It's going to be a big blow, and so Nintendo, I think, and they're reorganizing what the Direct's going to be next year, apparently.
Yeah.
But they need to be consistent with that.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there was some circumstances with Iwata, and that happened. And of course. But if they want to come out strong with the NX, especially, they need to be consistent. They need to have the message clear and not leave it up to forum people debating and rumors and whatnot.
Yeah, more in a sense of this is what we're going to get and stuff like that. They would do it at certain times. This is the whole problem with Direct, is that sometimes you get the ones that feel like I've been to a Nintendo E3, that it destroys some of the luster of what's coming and stuff like that. I remember the first one after the Wii U launch was huge and everybody was so excited, and then other ones couldn't compare to that. Everybody put these unrealistic goals on it. Just also kind of fault of Nintendo as well, but as what to push that on it. And hopefully, personally, I didn't know what was going to happen. And I was like, okay, we're going to get a little more here and there. So I came in with a clean slate that what I saw is what I was happy with. There were some dull points, especially the stuff that we talked, like, oh, here's what's coming out, which is a lot of what people knew. Yeah. And at the same time, they need to kind of push that again because there's people that need to remember that.
Well, last time everyone saw Star Fox, it was everyone was so down on it, and just because it just didn't look good. It didn't look like it had the Nintendo seal of approval like they used to put. Like it just
I tried it at Fan Expo, and I was a little the controls are similar to Splatoon in a way that you control different. You aim with the gamepad and stuff like that, but it just seems like it needs more refining, and I'm happy that it's giving the time that it needs. They showed the stuff here today, and hopefully we get something more of it into the new year, especially with if it's going to have amiibo support and stuff like that, which is a heavily rumored part of it. I'm happy it finally has a release date, and April 22nd seems like a good date that there won't be a lot of stuff around it for it to compete with. It can do its own, and then it gives Nintendo enough time to actually like refine it and make it a Star Fox game that we can love instead of being like a Star Fox game that could have been good.
I think prediction. I think that if this game has a lot of amiibo support in so many ways you never heard of, it's because they don't have confidence in the game itself.
Yeah, true. That's right.
I think if the less amiibo support you see, ironically, I think the more confidence they have in the game.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's just my support, because amiibos are their hot selling ticket item.
But still, they've put amiibos into like Mario Maker and Yoshi's Woolly World as more like an aesthetic thing.
Sure,
of, like,
exactly.
Here's something nice for you guys for us people that have dropped over hundreds of dollars on them. Here's stuff that you can use them for and stuff like that. Yes, it's costumes, but still, it's pretty cool to have like, okay, I can put my Mario on it and get a Mario Yoshi or something like that.
Yep, absolutely.
So, like, it's something simple. It's something that they can continue to do with it. And other games drop it in different ways, like the Mario Ultra Tennis, giving you AI-controlled partners to play doubles online and stuff like that.
I hate that. I hate that way that is.
I'm fine with it. I'm a little worried that this is just a rush job on Mario Tennis, which is a franchise that I love. I love all the Mario sports, or main Mario sports games, meaning tennis and golf. The ones that were around in the N64 days. Those are the ones.
I'm a huge fan of Mario Strikers, and I just want Mario Strikers.
That one is good. It'd be nice to get a new one of that.
It was fun. My buddies and I played it all the time. So on top of that, they went to Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade. I can't wait for that one. It's gonna be good. But yeah, with that, they announced all the patches, not the patches, but the download packs that you need. A lot of us knew it already from Japan and stuff like that you have to download these packs to make things load faster. Most of them are about 1 to 2 gigs. So if you have a 32, you might be running out of room if you want to download all of them. The basic pack is the one that is the one that they highly recommend. I'm personally probably gonna see if I can find an external drive to make sure I can get all that, because I know I'm gonna play a lot of Xenoblade.
This is like Nintendo's version of just major patches. That's probably not going to be a broken game like Assassin's Creed or anything like that, where it requires day one patches to fix things. But it's their weird soft entry into that territory.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to Xenoblade, and it looks amazing. I've been anticipating it since the moment they showed it. When was it? Yeah, back in 2013, and all we knew was it's X. So this is a long time making. It's finally coming. December is going to be there. It looks good. They didn't need to tell most of it. Just get us prepared for that, and it should be really kind of maybe a sleeper hit of sorts. Possibly with the RPG crowd, the ones that are dying for something after they play through the 200 hours of Fallout. Maybe if they have a Wii U, can come over to Xenoblade.
Yeah, we'll see how that transitions. That's going to be interesting. Because there's people that are going to compare regardless.
Oh yeah,
even though they're very different games. But From there, they talked about Final Fantasy Explorers.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Explorers just doesn't look.
I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, and I'm an okay Monster Hunter fan. This seems like it's a weird mix.
It looks like a weird mix that just they threw a collector's edition. Looks awesome. Don't get me wrong, it looks awesome, but still at the same time, it looks like it's trying to sell it in a way.
I almost wish, and this frustrates me a little bit, that they didn't have any classic characters in this game from the classic Final Fantasy games. Because then it's like, oh, but you can play as Cloud, or something. But I kind of want. I almost wanted it to be like an MMO light, where like you have your character, you build, maybe you get a second class when you reach a level or something, and
it looks neat, but it's just out of Square Enix offerings, it doesn't. It just looks like Final Fantasy entering another genre. It could surprise us like how Theatrhythm did, and Theatrhythm's amazing rhythm game and took
absolutely
Final Fantasy in that direction, but I don't know. From what I've seen of it, what I've read of it, I'm not impressed.
It can't be worse than Dirge of Cerberus.
Okay, yes. There's a lot of bad Final Fantasy games, and we can go worse than that. But I don't know. As something that's coming out early next year, I don't know if it's one that you need to rush out and get. Personally, in my personal opinion, go grab like Mario Paper Jam, because that's going to be amazing.
Speaking of Mario Paper Jam. Mario Paper Jam. I know very little about this game. I know it's a cross between the RPGs, the Paper Mario and then the RPG Mario.
It's more like it seems like it's more of a Mario Luigi game, guest starring Paper Mario, in a sense. It'll have all like the characters and all the interactions between two Bowsers and stuff like that. But it looks really cool, and I was impressed with all the stuff they did in Dream Team. Some people might not be, but I really enjoyed Dream Team.
Well, the best part of those games is the writing. It's always been the writing.
Great.
Treehouse it's just fantastic. They know their audience.
Treehouse is really good localization. I'm happy that they get to touch everything.
So we touched on it a bit, but they did announce some Splatoon DLC. Well, technically, it's free, I suppose. But yeah, it is DLC.
It's DLC / update stuff. It just gets automatically added.
So part of their unlocking. It's not like the other ones where it's unlock over time. It does require a download.
Yeah, it requires a download. Most of the time, as long as you set up your Wii U to automatically download it, it's usually by the time I load mine up, it's all there. And all the stuff's there. It takes like a little bit, but it does go in the background most of the time.
Absolutely. They talked about Animal Crossings for a bit. The Amiibo Festival. That's it is what it is. My girlfriend's kind of excited, and I'll try it out.
Maybe some of the like Animal Crossing fans might enjoy it, and there is probably some stuff there. It's just I don't know. At like $80 as it is, it comes with 2 amiibos. That's cool, but I kind of would like to have Isabelle, KK, the 2 characters I actually like from Animal Crossing. I'm not a big Animal Crossing fan, but I do like the designs of certain characters. I wouldn't mind getting those on their own rather than having to shell out more money through that.
Yeah.
But it looks neat. It's a different audience, and they'll probably go for that. But we'll see. In the reveal of some of the Animal Crossing amiibos, we did get the confirmation that Lucas is coming out January 22nd.
Yeah, that's true.
That amiibo, will be really cool, and I'm looking forward to that because being an avid amiibo collector, you have to be on top of all the stuff.
In a perfect world, I would get rid of all the main characters from Animal Crossing and just have the random townsfolk. Yeah. With no names, because I have the best robot frog in my town. And I would just love him to be an amiibo. That would be the best thing ever. But that's perfect world stuff. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Star Fox. It looks better.
Were we talking about Star Fox before?
But let's focus on the details of it. Like, it looks better.
Yeah.
It seems like they got fan reaction or input, and they said, and maybe they just took a step back, and now they can't change much in like 5-6 months, but they can make an impact, and they did delay it.
Yeah, it looks very. Like I said before, I'm very impressed with. It looks very good. I'm pulling for it because I really want Star Fox to be more prominent in a sense, kind of like I would like to see F-Zero come back and a lot of these other older franchises that Nintendo hasn't grasped before, because like as much as the Marios, the Zeldas are there and always will be there, it's nice to see the newer stuff like Splatoon, like older stuff come back.
Yep.
And seeing new things and new takes on it, because those are the stuff like Nintendo's not built as not only these couple games, there's more to it always, and we can go from there.
Yeah. I mean, they switched gears to go into JRPG routes with Bravely Second and Dragon Quest 7 and 8.
The Dragon Quest, I'm happy that we're finally getting those over here, because that was heavily rumored that it might not come. I already have 8 on PS2, so I don't know if I really need to get it on 3DS.
Sure.
But like 7, I'll definitely get. That looks really fun. And speaking about RPGs, the big one is the Fire Emblem Fates and what they were gonna do with that, and that's the one that the big thing that I was looking forward to out of the entire direct was to find out more about Fates, a solid release date which we got in February 19th, what they were going to do with like each version of the game, how they were going to distribute it and all that. So it's 3 versions or 2 versions in it.
Yeah, but it's cool, and Fire Emblem's popular.
Fire Emblem, so excited for that. You get
it's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see what that's like. I haven't seen much on the new one at all, to be honest. I've been.
It'll probably be very similar in playing to Awakening, which is easily one of the best 3DS games you can get on the market. But yeah, like you can sit down. Fates, you got Birthright, you got Conquest. Pick which one. You can either pick which one you want and get the other one at discount price online, and then the third DLC later, or the big one which everybody's looking to grab is the special edition, which has the Conquest, Birthright in one package, and also gives you the DLC third part, which is Revelations,
and an art book, I think.
Art book and a pouch.
Nice.
So it's American. It's running American. It's gonna be $80. Here in Canada, it'll probably be $100. But I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, and I would pay anything to get those all in one and all that together. The one thing that I am worried about and that's stressing me out is when these pre-orders are going to go up, because I'm hoping it's not like going to be low in quantities, because this there is a lot of people that don't want to miss out on this, and
Absolutely.
hopefully Nintendo at least gives enough in a sense of not going like with the Xenoblade Special Edition, limiting to like almost two per store and stuff like that, and making it very hard to find. Making this one, especially the ones, because a lot of people are like, I would rather get all of them together than have to buy each one piecemeal. That's a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Hoping to see know when that comes in, because I want to pre-order, and a lot of people do. So it's that one and the Zelda one, but I have a feeling that Twilight Princess HD bundle is going to be a lot more plentiful than the Fire Emblem Fates.
Well, so, in a weird transition from JRPG to JRPG character, Cloud and Smash Brothers.
The big one that everybody got excited for. I don't know. Maybe it was because I had to stop halfway through the direct watching it live that I wasn't super excited as a lot of people. I was surprised, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. But I didn't know if it was a Smash Ballad character or not. It's been confirmed that it isn't.
And they're doing another direct in December.
Yes, I can't wait for that, because Sakurai gives. Anything from Sakurai directly is always fun to watch, and he always drops some really cool stuff. So maybe we'll get one more character, maybe we'll get 3.
And we didn't see Cloud's stage, so I'm sure maybe they'll have a specific stage from Final Fantasy.
No, they did show. They showed Midgard.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it looked. My disappointment with it looked a lot like Battlefield, just with the background of Midgard.
Sure.
It does have a lot of cool stuff coming through, because summons will randomly appear from the trailer. It looked like summons will randomly appear during the stage to interrupt some stuff.
That's cool, yeah.
Which looks pretty awesome.
Knights of the Round. I want to see 12 knights just come in one at a time and destroy everybody.
That would be pretty cool. It'd be a really fun stage to. It looks basic, sadly, but if all the other elements to it come together, I think that'd be a really fun stage.
Chocobo.
Yeah, his like, I really like the design. I think the character looks awesome. We have another sword fighter. I always love sword fighters, especially now more than ever.
Interestingly enough, even though he did look like the Final Fantasy VII Cloud we all are familiar with, there was a little bit differences there.
No, he also he has a costume from Advent Children.
But even his face shape and stuff, and it makes me wonder what the Final Fantasy VII remake, what influence they're going to go with that. Are they making it more realistic? Are they going more?
But also because he's never been on a Nintendo console before, could this be open up a way?
Oh, has he? Or was he in Rhythm?
He was in Theatrhythm. He was in like Kingdom Hearts and that stuff. So you can go around that way, but he was never proper in his own starring game.
Maybe this means the remake of 7's going into the NX? Or...
Yeah, that could be something. I would like to see that, and it would really be something big for them to show at the NX, because third-party support is like one of the things that they need the most of now. And even if it's not Western, then Japanese third-party support and some big stuff like Street Fighter, or maybe even or Street Fighter, Mega Man, even Final Fantasy, and some pretty exclusive games, or even games that are coming out on the other systems too, might be something big.
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter V is exclusive to Sony on their PlayStation, but
we don't know.
That is a fact. But is that only in America? Is that
or
Japan?
Could they? Because they always make multiple versions of Street Fighter. Does that mean that every version of Street Fighter V will be for PS4 or not? So maybe they could bridge over that way too.
To me, they keep saying Street Fighter V will not be on an Xbox console. Yeah. But Tomb Raider is a year exclusive.
It is on PC though.
Yes. There's nothing to say that Street Fighter Alpha 5 or whatever they call it spin-off could not be. Like, Capcom is very, very, very reputable for Resident Evil 4 exclusive to GameCube comes for PS2 the next year. Yeah. Code Veronica exclusive to Dreamcast comes to PS2 a couple years later.
So we could have more down the line and stuff like that. But yeah, the Cloud was the big one in the reveal there, and I was hoping at the very end we would get actually like a reveal of, you can get him now, like we got with Roy,
that would be great.
Ryu and stuff like that. But sadly we didn't, but hopefully it is before the end of the year rather than...
It'll probably be around the next Direct.
That would be pretty cool.
Maybe all of them, including whatever they announced at Direct.
That would be
cool. Today.
Hopefully it's a few ballot characters, maybe like a Shovel Knight in there.
Yep.
Especially considering the Amiibos coming out, hopefully before the end of the year too. Stuff like that.
Well, that's been our Push X to Talk kind of review of the Directs, our reactions, our thoughts, our hopes. We may do this again if it all works out at the next Direct or any kind of big news. There is that big Sony conference coming.
The PSX,
there's
also
the Game Awards. So we'll see. And thanks for listening.